One of the things I did in the 6 years I was at the forensic unit was to teach people who are able to think about it how their bodies worked. Now, I was allowed to teach any of the anatomy, physiology, basics, except for the female anatomy, because a lot of the men that were there had been very severe with their female partners and were often sent by the courts there anyway for horrendous rapes and other misbehaviours. So it took me 18 months to go through all the bits of the body, and it culminated with doing the alimentary system, and at the end of saying what happened in your mouth, what happened when you swallow, what happens all the way down the gut and everything, I produced a Christmas cake, and we all had a piece of Christmas cake, and everyone had to name what was happening to the sugars from the icing and the eggs that were mixed in it and what was happening, and that worked very well. In the meantime at home, my husband was dying of emphysema and he was getting more and more dependent, so I actually left Rehu was the name of the ward, in 1988 and never went back there. I went into private practice. Private practice was quite different to hospital-based practice. I went in with a local doctor, and she had a pharmacist attached to her surgery, and I was the second person that was allied medical, and she built up quite a village of practitioners, if you like, and she was the first one in the Kapiti district to do that. Kept my studies going. Ended up going to Adelaide and learning more about lymphedema, doing lymphedema therapy for grossly swollen people. And I was the only practitioner of that between, I think Napier was the next closest one. People would come from New Plymouth to see me. There was 4 people in Palmerston North, so I'd go and see them. You know, ordering stockings, doing the bandaging, teaching the patient's family how to do the cares, exercises, hydrotherapy, the works. Enjoyed that, yeah. Didn't enjoy working for ACC. I found them very restrictive and not understanding. I didn't like being treated suspiciously that I was really only there to earn money. That wasn't me at all. But I guess big departments like that are money orientated. They have to watch their budgets carefully, and yes, it was nice getting the ACC money, but I found it a very impersonal experience. I'd just be familiar with the person I'll have to ring and ask questions about, then they'd be changed. And I'm a people person, I'm not a systems person. So that was, I think, the most unhappy part of private practice. But I still see people that I knew then. And people come up to me now and say, "Do you remember me?" No. I don't say no. I just try and find out what it was that I saw them about. Yeah, so that's interesting. While I was in private practice, the person who was taking the hydrotherapy classes for people with arthritis had been doing it for about 10-12 years and wanted to stop because her husband was getting elderly. So I did it on a temporary basis till I could find someone else, and that was 15 years ago. I'm still doing it and learning more every day, because your patients teach you what they need, don't they? And I'm enjoying that. 3 times a week, up to my neck in hot water, doing the exercises, which is wonderful for my own arthritis. And I meet infrequently with the other physiotherapists doing the classes for peer review type things. So although I'm no longer a physiotherapist as such, I'm still keeping up my interest in the job.